The Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor is a single-seat, twin-engine, all-weather stealth tactical fighter aircraft developed for the United States Air Force. The aircraft was designed primarily as an air superiority fighter, but also has ground attack, electronic warfare, and signal intelligence capabilities. The prime contractor, Lockheed Martin, built most of the F-22's airframe and weapons systems and conducted final assembly, while Boeing provided the wings, aft fuselage, avionics integration, and training systems. The aircraft was variously designated F-22 and F-A-22 before it formally entered service in December 2005 as the F-22A. Despite its protracted development and various operational issues, USAF officials consider the F-22 a critical component of the service's tactical air power. Its combination of stealth, aerodynamic performance, and avionics systems enable unprecedented air combat capabilities. The F-22 designation was reinstated in December 2005, when the aircraft entered service. In December 2005, the USAF announced that the F-22 had achieved initial operational capability. During Exercise Northern Edge in Alaska in June 2006, in simulated combat exercises 12 F-22s of the 94th FS downed 108 adversaries with no losses. F-22 fighter units have been frequently deployed to Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, Japan. In February 2007, on the aircraft's first overseas deployment to Kadena Air Base, 6 F-22s of 27th Fighter Squadron flying from Hickam AFB, Hawaii, experienced multiple software-related system failures while crossing the international date line. The aircraft returned to Hawaii by following tanker aircraft. Within 48 hours, the error was resolved and the journey resumed. F-22s have also been involved in training exercises in South Korea and Malaysia. In November 2007, F-22s of 90th Fighter Squadron at Elmendorf AFB, Alaska, performed their first NORAD interception of 2 Russian Tu-95 MS bombers. Since then, F-22s have also escorted probing Tu-160 bombers. Defense Secretary Gates initially refused to deploy F-22s to the Middle East in 2007, the type made its first deployment in the region at Al Dhafra Air Base in the UAE in 2009. In April 2012, F-22s have been rotating into Al Dhafra, less than 200 miles from Iran. The Iranian defense minister referred to the deployment as a security threat. In March 2013, the USAF announced that an F-22 had intercepted an Iranian F-4 Phantom II that approached within 16 miles of an MQ-1 Predator flying off the Iranian coastline. On September 22, 2014, F-22s performed the type's first combat sorties by conducting some of the opening strikes of Operation Inherent Resolve, the American-led intervention in Syria. Aircraft dropped 1,000-pound GPS-guided bombs on Islamic State targets near Tishrin Dam. Between September 2014 and July 2015, F-22s flew 204 sorties over Syria, dropping 270 bombs at some 60 locations. Throughout their deployment, conducted close air support and also deterred Syrian, Iranian, and Russian aircraft from attacking U.S.-backed Kurdish forces and disrupting U.S. operations in the region. F-22s also participated in the U.S. strikes on pro-government forces in eastern Syria on February 7, 2018. These strikes notwithstanding, the F-22's main role in the operation was gathering intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance. The first F-22 crash occurred during takeoff at Nellis AFB on December 20, 2004, in which the pilot ejected safely before impact. The investigation revealed that a brief interruption in power during an engine shutdown prior to flight caused a flight control system malfunction. Consequently, the aircraft design was corrected to avoid the problem. Following a brief grounding, F-22 operations resumed after a review. On March 25, 2009, an EMD F-22 crashed 35 miles northeast of Edwards AFB during a test flight, resulting in the death of Lockheed Martin test pilot David P. Cool. An Air Force Materiel Command investigation found that Cooley momentarily lost consciousness during a high-G maneuver, then ejected when he found himself too low to recover. Cooley was killed during ejection by blunt force trauma from windblast due to the aircraft's speed. The investigation found no design issues. On November 16, 2010, an F-22 from Elmendorf AFB crashed, killing the pilot, Captain Jeffrey Haney. F-22s were restricted to flying below 25,000 feet, then grounded during the investigation. The crash was attributed to a bleed air system malfunction after an engine overheat condition was detected, shutting down the environmental control system and ABOGs. The Accident Review Board ruled Haney was to blame, as he did not react properly to engage the emergency oxygen system. Haney's widow sued Lockheed Martin, claiming equipment defects, and later reached a settlement. After the ruling, the emergency oxygen system engagement handle was redesigned. The system was eventually replaced by an automatic backup oxygen system. On February 11, 2013, the DoD's Inspector General released a report stating that the USAF had erred in blaming Haney, and that facts did not sufficiently support conclusions. The USAF stated that it stood by the ruling. On May 15, 2020, an F-22 from Eglin Air Force Base crashed during a routine training mission. The pilot ejected safely, and the aircraft crashed in a remote part of Eglin Air Force Base reservation. The F-22 Raptor is heavily featured in the 1998 Stephen Kuhn's novel Fortunes of War. After appearing briefly in the 2003 Hulk film, the F-22 made its major Hollywood debut in the 2007 film Transformers and its 2009 sequel as the form taken by the Decepticon character Starscream, in addition to numerous USAF fighters that engaged during the initial and climactic battles. The film crew was allowed to film actual Raptors in flight, unlike previous computer-generated appearances, because of the military's support of director Michael Bay. The Raptors were filmed at Edwards Air Force Base. The real Raptor made its next big screen appearance in Iron Man, in which a Raptor callsign Whiplash 1 lost its left wing during a mid-air collision with the Iron Man armor. Toys released for Starscream were replica F-22 Raptor models. These models were reused for other characters in the line, like Thundercracker, Skywarp and Ramjet, that also turned into F-22 Raptors. Although the live-action 2007 film Transformers made Starscream the best-known Transformer that turns into an F-22, there were other F-22 Transformers before it. For instance, the 1997 Machine Wars versions of Megatron and Megaplex transformed into F-22s. In the 2013 film Olympus Has Fallen, computer animation was used to depict F-22 Raptors intercepting an armed AC-130 attacking Washington, D.C. Two F-22s are shot down before a third hits the AC-130 with a missile, causing it to crash. The plane is the subject of a flight simulation video game, F-22 Interceptor, which was released by Electronic Arts and Ingram Entertainment for the Sega Mega Drive console in 1991.
They took out King's Bridge! Who's attacking? What the hell is going on? Control, get those planes up fast! Roger that. Preparing for takeoff. I want a damage assessment now! We've taken extensive damage from those bombers, including a number of civilian casualties! What's going on with the bombers? We can't hold out much longer. What? The orders from above! Bolter, taking off! Yes, set him up. I want every plane in my... Garuda 1, you are cleared for takeoff. Don't get overeager. Just do what you always do. Garuda 1 liftoff. Cerberus team runway clearance granted. Takeoff when ready. All aircraft under airborne command's jurisdiction following takeoff. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Airborne warning and control system ghost eye to all scrambling defense craft. The situation has not yet been ascertained. We must implement an emergency reformation. Follow your individual instructions. Garuda 1, you do not have a wingman. Let's see. Shamrock. Shamrock, are you alone too? Very well. As of now, you're Garuda 2.
Okay. So I'm Garuda 2. Garuda 1, I've got your back. No time for introductions now, though. Go ahead and I'll follow your lead. Never was good with directions anyhow.
Garuda Team, you are authorized to engage any hostile aircraft above Gracemaria.
Roger that. May the Golden King smile upon us.
Reinforcements, stay alert.
News died. Garuda 1, Talisman, and Garuda 2, Shamrock. We are currently in a state of emergency. Our nation is under attack by unknown forces. Do whatever you can to fend off the invasion.
Garuda 2, roger that. Garuda 1, you call the shots. Commander Whitlock from the 15th Squadron. The enemy is expanding its field of attack. Stay alert. Garuda 1, there's too many of them. Use your SP weapon.
All ships to terminate enemy forces over the bay. Get those anti-air guns ready for battle.
Focus all anti-aircraft fire on those bombers. Don't let them get any closer. Time to say your prayers.
We interrupt this program for an emergency news report. Gracemaria is currently under attack by unidentified aircraft. The damage apparently extends throughout the entire capital. We can't let any of the enemy survive.
We've got an ID on the invaders. We're engaged with the Estovakian military.
The Estovakians? Their economy's been in shambles for years. Looks like they finally snapped. Glad to see the city wasn't completely destroyed. Our runway's been bombed to hell! Totally useless now!
The Estovakian threat level has been reduced. You should be able to hold out against them.
Garuda 1, we've almost got them. Let's do this one plane at a time. Enemy tanks have made it to the ground and they're coming at us. Prepare to engage.
Enemy chopper down.
Some of those bastards think they can barge into someone's house without even calling first. Unbelievable. I say we teach them a few manners before we kick them out. The bridge is down! Calm down and give me a sit rep. Which bridge are we talking about? Nice work. Take care of as many of those tanks as you can while they're up in the air. It's like shooting a fish in a barrel.
An intense ground war is taking place.
Reinforcements now
Urge
gone.
all citizens of Great
All
Area
right,
to stay
Vegas.
indoors at this time.
Move to tank company advance. Keep those airborne tanks from moving in.
Garuda Team, watch your necks out there. Stick with close-range targets and run them down.
Get him! Hit right once more! Box 2. You got company.
I saw the
Break
orders to
formation.
evacuate everyone. I just hope they don't drop a bomb on us.
We have radar lock on. Box 3.
We're heading for Sector E2. You guys take over here.
1, Fox 2.
I've finished evacuating the west sector of the old quarter. I'll await further orders.
Damn, it missed. Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Target hit. Missile was evaded.
The bridge has collapsed.
Garuda 1 bagged an enemy.
That's what I like to hear. Our Air Force is holding down the enemy. Keep it up.
The Slovakian threat level is even lower now. Drive them out of Ameria.
Saigon to Strigan team. We are prepared to launch. Strigan leader to Agayan. We will commence mission operations once your delivery is complete. Attention all aircraft. We are ready for Nimbus launch. Begin the countdown. Booster ignition complete. Launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire! Engage the enemy at will following Nimbus impact. Finish them off.
What's this? Missiles?
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you? Somebody in cruise missiles just detonated in midair. Half our planes have been wiped off the radar. What the hell was that? Where are they coming from?
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Those are no ordinary cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want out of this alive. Damn it! What about our city? What about Gracemaria?
What the hell was that?
Hey, I'm on your side. Isn't your IFF working?
Warning, additional enemy planes have been spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Strigan 12. Target acquired. Moving to engage. Calling all Strigan planes. Gracemaria shall be ours for the takeoff. Roger.
A large-scale explosion has apparently occurred in midair. No further details as yet. I repeat.
Which direction are the missiles coming from? Right or left?
This is the west sector of the old quarter.
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Air Defense Command has ordered an evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Gracemaria. Break away from this airspace and head west.
Are you out of your mind? We can't comply with that order.
We are militarily at a huge disadvantage. Comply with the order and head west.
This is Avalanche. We're not going anywhere.
Listen! It's only temporary. The plan is to withdraw, meet up with all remaining forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack. We can't afford to lose you. Follow the order.
This is Garuda 2 to Garuda 1. We really should get out of here. Target kill confirmed. That's it, Pusher. Looking good. We're going to sweep an area under the rug. I can't figure these guys out.
Garuda team, break away from this airspace and head west.
Underground. Hurry!
Garuda team, you're about to exit the combat zone. Maintain your course west to leave the airspace.
I took a missile. My bird is wrong.
Radar sight's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Your situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa, looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco.
Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Bandit on your 6. Watch it. This is Rigel 2. I'm hit. Failing.
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target. Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this.
I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. But you still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down.
Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Mage
Drones?
2 locked.
Are you kidding me right now? Jesus. This kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
Missile away.
lock. Fox 2, Fox 2. Bandit acquired. Locked on.
H2, locking.
Getting out of lock. Breaking. Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. I'd call that mission accomplished. We've still got half our baggage. Emptying them on hangars and runways.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They could burn with their whole payload. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Missile launched.
Roger that.
Don't let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.